Spoken word 30. Learn from me. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and lowly in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. Matthew chapter 11, verse 29. Malcolm Muggeridge once said, "Every happening, both great and small, is a parable by which God speaks to us. The art of life is to get the message." The Bible describes us as disciples or learners. John chapter 13, verse 35. John chapter 8, verse 31 to 32. This means that learning will be central in our walk with God. Jesus said, "Learn from me." Matthew chapter 11, verse 29. Old King James renders it, "Learn of me." We have a lot to learn in this life. The greatest lesson in life is that there are many lessons to learn. Before us are lessons to learn, unlearn, and relearn. As you travel through life, gather the lessons along the way. Become a better and wiser person because you have learned the lessons you need to learn. Properly interpret the failures and conserve the victories. Ask for forgiveness from God and those you offend along the way. Forgive yourself as well. Count it all joy. Share the biblical standpoint of these lessons with others when you have the chance. Through this booklet, I brought to view the following lessons among others. 1. The Lord needs it. Mark chapter 11, verse 3. One reason for your lifting or giftedness is because God needs it. Give your best to the Lord, not your leftovers. 2. Dream big and do your work well. Jeremiah chapter 32, verse 27. 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 31. Don't let your environment define your dreams. The greatness of our God and the possibilities in His word should guide you. Also remember, your work can be a tool of influence. Do your work well. 3. God's special prep class. Exodus chapter 13, verse 17 to 18. God can use the longer route to take you to your destination if that is required to prepare you properly. Whatever route He takes you through, continue to give your best. Don't see His plan for your life as over yet. 4. Don't wait for perfect conditions. Ecclesiastes chapter 11, verse 4. What can delay your life decision is waiting for perfect conditions. Don't wait for perfect circumstances before you always act. 5. You were offended because you put your trust in man. Psalm 118, 8 and 9. People can be our source of help, but should not be our secret sources. Our ultimate trust should rest in God alone. Forgive anyone who left you on the way. 6. Fear not, for I am with you. Isaiah chapter 41, verse 10. The presence of God is what will see you through life. Securely guard your relationship with God. Remember, He is always with you. 7. Rejoice, I have engraved you in the palms of my hand. Isaiah chapter 49, verse 13 to 16. Rejoice irrespective of your present circumstances, because you have been engraved in God's hands. You are not forgotten. God is always watching over you. 8. Walk by the same rule. Philippians chapter 3, verse 16. There are some success rules you have received from God so far. Sometimes all it takes to handle your present challenges is to walk by the same rules. 9. When you have turned back, strengthen your brothers. Luke chapter 22, verse 31 to 32. When you become strong, among all things, strengthen others with the encouragement you have received from God. 10. Nothing you do for God is wasted. Matthew chapter 26, verse 6 to 10. Remember, nothing we give to God and His kingdom is wasted. God is the best rewarder. 11. I also give people my best. John chapter 3, verse 16. Don't neglect your good work because they have been rejected or have received an unfavorable feedback. Continue the good work. 12. I knew you. Jeremiah chapter 1, verse 4 and 5. God knows us and even our hidden thoughts. Everything He does and every place He puts us is for a reason. Trust that He knows best. Respect for our parents and support for our family should be foremost amongst all we do. 13. Life requires navigation. Hebrews chapter 2, verse 1. You can drift through life if the course of your life is not properly directed. Decide to pay attention to where your time, attention, and energy will be invested. It should be worthwhile. 14. Whose servants are you? Remember, your ministry is to God first before people. Don't leave your time for God with the excuse of ministry to the people. 15. If you have run with footmen and they worry you, Jeremiah chapter 12, verse 5. Don't be overwhelmed by your present responsibilities. They prepare you for the greater responsibility of the future. Learn from them, grow through them. 16. I went to Arabia. Galatians chapter 1, verse 17. Prayerfully consider your decisions and be open to the one God approves for you. It may look unobvious sometimes. 17. Prepare the outside work. Afterward, build your house. Some decisions require adequate preparation. Prepare yourself adequately as much as you can before you venture into them. 18. Avoid the anxious toil. Psalm 127, verse 2. The motive for work should not be the fear of lack or that you are desperate to make it in life. Run your life free of such anxieties. Trust God and take things a day at a time. Properly steward your health. 19. Don't quit, but continue. Galatians chapter 6, verse 9. The aim of all attacks launched against you is to make you stop pursuing your God-given mandate. Continue until victory is achieved. Don't quit, but continue. 20. Fight a cause. As much as you can, resolve conflicts in a simple way. Don't drag issues when there are peaceful alternatives. Ask for help from others when you need it. Don't fight all alone. 21. Garment of praise for heaviness. Isaiah chapter 61, verse 3. Singing and verbalizing our praises and thanksgiving to God is a sure way out of depression and heaviness. Pay attention to the song you sing or listen to. 22. Help. Esther chapter 4, verse 13 to 14. Be part of someone's success story by offering the help you can to make them successful. Your contribution, no matter how small, may count in a big way. 23. Determined to be Joseph. Genesis chapter 50, verse 20. You can believe in a godly manner, but face series of difficulties. Just like Joseph, continue to stay faithful. 24. Why depend on self? Have begun in the spirit. Galatians chapter 3, verse 3 to 4. It took God's help to bring you this far. Continue to learn, continue to count on His grace and help for the future. 25. Psalm 14, verse 1. Some part of our plans and lives neglect God. It is as if He does not exist or cannot intervene in those areas. Invite Him. Allow Him into those areas. 26. I will do it in my time. Isaiah chapter 60, verse 22. Be patient with God. He will do as He has promised. It will be in His time. Wait for His time. 27. Be strong and courageous. Joshua chapter 1, verse 9. Inner strength and courageous acts will be required to accomplish God's best. Build on these two areas. 28. What does the Bible say? Romans chapter 4, verse 3. If you have any decision to make, what the Bible says should be part of the vital questions to ask. Remember to ask, what does the Bible say? Love is the greatest. 29. 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 1 to 3. Pursue gifts, but don't forget to walk in love. Love makes the exercise of our spiritual gifts profitable. 30. Learn from me. Matthew chapter 11, verse 29. Learn. Gather the lessons along the way. The pace of our growth lies in how fast we learn. Learn from Christ. He's the best teacher. For reflection, which lesson or lessons have blessed you the most? Which of the lessons drew your attention to something you need to correct or improve? What practical steps are you going to take? Thank you and Amen.